Good morning once again, Lacrosse fans. Welcome to the 2023 second annual World Lacrosse Women's Super 6 event across Canada. Starting with player introductions momentarily.
Oh, no. She's going to get it so I can tell that's a different. Oh, yeah.
Mountain cold, brother? Right?
Now introducing this morning's teams for the gold medal. First introducing Team USA. Number 37, Courtney Taylor. Number 39, Samantha Swart. Number 40, Erin Bakes. Number 43, Taylor Moreno. Number 44, Allison Mastroianni. Number 45, Hannah Dorney. Number 46, Timothy Arsenault. Number 47, Amanda Johansson. Number 48, Elizabeth Olsen. Number 49, Emily Howarschuk. And number 50, Margaret Donovan. Team USA head coach Christy Foote. Assistant coaches Bryce Queener and Colleen McGarity. Team USA. Now introducing Team Canada. Number 4, Hannah Morris. And number 7, Brooklyn Walker Welch. And number 11, Erica Evans. Number 12, Megan Kinna. Number 18, Skylar MacArthur. Number 19, Jordan Dean. Number 22, Sean Lee Wallace. Number 27, Dana Dobie. Number 37, Lauren Spence. Number 77, Alex Matsuoka. Number 97, Bella Gaspar. And number 98, Gigi Gaspar. Team Canada GM, Tammy Rayner. Head coach, Sean Williams. Assistant coaches, Jessica Marque, Edie Ranger, and Ashley Bull. Team Dr. Lisa Liang. And your head trainer, Claire Viafor. Team Canada. Our officials for this gold medal game. Lead official is Brent Malone. Referee number 1 is Caroline Toole. And referee number 2 is Jessica Lawrence. At this time, we'd like to give thanks to the Creator for giving this medicine to the Haudenosaunee and for sharing the medicine with the world. We give thanks to all First Nations, Métis, and Inuit as we all sit in their territories. So specifically today, we're in the traditional territory of the Mississaugas of Scugog Island. We say miigwech. We say thank you, Creator, for giving us Mother Earth. She then gave us the tree in which our sticks are made. This is the true roots of the medicine we call lacrosse today. Miigwech, Newa, thank you. Now please rise if you're able and join David Wallace from British Columbia in the singing of this morning's U.S. national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, once so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave
Thank you,
Let's
David.
go,
And
Canada!
now for the Canadian National Anthem, David Wallace.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
You know it in your core. Introducing the Helios Core, a breakthrough in skating development. With smart technology and artificial intelligence, the Helios Core analyzes key aspects of your skating, then shares the data in a mobile app. So players and coaches can see a player's progress, what still needs work, and where they stand against other players their age. The Helios Core gives players the information they need to improve their skating faster than ever before.
Welcome here. Civic Field for the gold medal game. Canada, United States. Face off. About to get us started here for the first quarter. Netminders for Canada. Lauren Spence for the USA. It'll be Taylor Moreno. The Haudenosaunee are right now the bronze medal winners. They won earlier today against Team Kenya. We'll see if the Canadians can stay undefeated at 4-0 with a win here, or if the Americans can enact some revenge from yesterday's 14-10 loss. Canada in red, USA in blue, just like yesterday's. That ball's bounced up, and a foul is called.
Go red!
And now this is going to go again. We'll see where the possession arrow goes. And now the possession of the USA. The Americans, that shot is saved by Spence. And now Isabella Gaspar. Quickly up the field. Gaspar. Tried to be handed off there by Kenna couldn't get away. Ball now runs over the halfway. It's going to call over back, so it's now Americans' possession. Evans now trying to play some defense. Ball passed. Is almost given away there to Dean, but now it's just picked back up by the U.S. Now the U.S. with their first real offensive possession. 15 left on the shot clock for them. Passed around the top, ball loose, and now Canada with a chance to go. Away goes Jordan Dean. Dean in and scores. Jordan Dean gets the Canadians up by 1. And Dean quickly back on the defensive end.
Canada goal, scorer number 19, Jordan Dean.
Fake there by the Americans.
Good D. Runner. Job, Skyler!
That shot low, saved by Spence. Rebound and in for the Americans. That would be Samantha Swart, with the goal there, tying it up at 1.
The USA goal, scorer number 39, Samantha Swart.
That ball here mailed over Isabella Gaspar, and now possession back to the Americans. Colson. Pass back around by the U.S. The Navy shirts around the net. They got about 12 to work on the shot clock. Pass blocked and given right back there to the netminder in Spence. Spence thought about airmailing it, decides better of it. Now here come the Canadians. Morris. Got lots of room to run. Morris spinning, shooting, and scoring for Hannah Morris.
Canada goal, scorer number 4, Hannah Morris.
Job, Alex.
And now the U.S. again. Trying to get that shot away. Loses possession, but the Americans do keep it. Going to have to fire, not able to, and that's going to be a shot clock against the U.S. Possession back to Canada.
Defense, Red, let's go!
I know Canada coming back up again. Evans with possession. Erica Evans spinning. Evans puts it down for Dobby. Scores! Went right through Dobby and through the netminder Moreno, so I think that credit will go to Erica Evans. But now the Americans the other way. The Americans had a line, but weren't able to continue it. As we have Canadian fans and American fans kind of sprinkled throughout the stands here on this cold, almost afternoon here in Oshawa. Nice pass back to Morris. Morris thought about shooting, wasn't able to get it away. Swart lost it, but a whistle's going to go. And a timeout taken by the Americans as it happened. So with 3:39 left in this first, 3-1 in favor of the Canadians. So we'll see if this timeout works out for the Americans to get back on the board. They're only down by 2, but they let the Canadians get away from them yesterday in a 14-10 loss. It was as much as 14-7 in favor of Canada, while until late in the fourth where the Americans got 3 to make the scoreline a little bit closer. So the Americans know that they cannot let this team in red get away too early or they might not be able to make it back. Yesterday, they really did struggle until about the fourth quarter. They didn't lead against the Haudenosaunee in a 13-9 win until the fourth quarter. They weren't exactly close to the Canadians for the fourth quarter either. Mid around. That shot caught by Spence. Spence thought about firing it, but the change was being made, so now it's just passed off to Juliana Gaspar. Ball bounced, and neither Walker Welch or Dobie could pick that one up, so it'll go the other way. Mastroianni now with possession for the U.S. Passed off to Halrischuk.
Nice.
Kind of passes it off. Not sure if it was a pass or more of a knockout.
Job, Sean.
As that ball's getting bounced around. Ball now loose. Halrischuk trying to get around. Pass into the middle. That shot low. Saved by Spence right at the end of the shot clock. Spence fires. He does get there to Gaspar. Isabella Gaspar. Couldn't really get away. Gaspar passes it back. Makes his way around to Dean. Make that Morris. Back, that looks to be for Kenna. Kenna shot. That one saved. The ball died right at the side of the post. And the U.S. making its way around. Pass back behind the net. Halrischuk. Back. That shot low, saved by Spence. Ball bouncing back in the restricted area, and possession back to the Canadians. Isabella Gaspar making her way forward as the change is made by the Canadians. Gaspar loses it, and the Americans will pick it back up. Moreno tiptoeing her line, makes her way forward, and now here come the U.S. Dorney. Passed off. Still got possession of it there at the side of the net, and you'll just wave away. And that pass down low, shot doesn't go, and off the side netting. As Spence will play it. So the Americans with only one goal in this first quarter as they get down to the last minute 15 of the first quarter. Evans. It's the screen. Evans in, shot, that one saved by Moreno. Ball still loose. Can Evans pick it up? Ball still loose, getting fought for, and it is retrieved by Moreno as we get the last minute of play in this quarter. Mastroianni passes it off to Arsenault. Couldn't get away, had to pass it back. Penalty going against the Canadians. Tried to pass it again, that one picked up, and the whistle will go. As Brooklyn Walker Welch was the one who touched it. Going to sit is Megan Kenna. As the U.S. will be up a player for the next 30 seconds. So basically the rest of this first quarter with 35.6 left on the clock. Ball is handed to Allison Mastroianni, who passes it quickly to Bakes. Comes all the way back around. Back for Mastroianni. Off there for Halrischuk, who passes it back. Back for Mastroianni. Mastroianni's shot. That one goes high, and it's going to skid towards the chain link fence where the playground is. As Spence now plays it forward. Still 5-on-4 in favor of the Americans, so Canada will have to choose some clock. Shanley Wallace lost possession. The Americans try to retrieve it. Not able to. Now they do. But only 5 seconds left. They're going to have to move quickly here. They're back to 5-on-5. Spinning. Thought about shooting. Couldn't really get it away, and that will be the first quarter. So after one, 3-1 in favor of the Canadians. The U.S. can't let Canada get too far away because yesterday they just could not keep it close until too late. So we'll see if the Canadians can continue their hot start or if the Americans can slow this game down a little bit and make them play by their tempo. They really struggled with making the Canadians play a tempo that they were comfortable with. We'll see if the Americans today can change that story in the gold medal game here at Civic Field in Oshawa at the Women's World Lacrosse Super Sixes as you watch this on the World Sports Broadcasting Network.
You know it in your core. Introducing the Helios Core, a breakthrough in skating development. With smart technology and artificial intelligence, the The Helios core analyzes key aspects of your skating, then shares the data in a mobile app, so players and coaches can see a player's progress, what still needs work, and where they stand against other players their age. The Helios core gives players the information they need to improve their skating faster than ever before.
Welcome back here to Civic Field. Second quarter, about to start between Canada and the U.S. U.S. has struggled this weekend with face-offs. They've had a lot of infractions, including 3 out of 4 against the Haudenosaunee yesterday. So we'll see if Americans can win this draw. They won the last one in the first quarter with no infractions, so we'll see if they can do that again. It'll be Dean for Canada against Hallreischuk for the Americans. Ball popped up, and Canadians retrieve it, but it's going to be a foul against the Canadians, so the Americans will have possession. Hallreischuk off for Mastroianni. Mastroianni leaves it off for Levy. Pass back around. That shot low. It goes by Spence and the net, and it hits off the shot clock. So lucky deflection there, as no one has to go running after that one, as Spence plays it forward. Evans. With possession. Erica Evans. Still with it. Evans has got 15 to work. Evans makes her way around, leaves it off for Gaspar. Isabella couldn't pick it up. Ball still loose on the ground, and the Americans should be able to shoot it away, and they do, but they can't get away with possession. That ball is still loose on the ground. Sprawling bodies, and that ball is whistled, and they're going to call it a shot clock violation against Canada, as neither team really got possession of it. So now Americans' ball, as here they come. Mastroianni. Off for Taylor. Passed all the way back around. Hallreischuk still fighting through. Still got possession of it. Passed over for Taylor. Taylor shot. That one saved by Spence. Lauren Spence has probably been one of the best players at this tournament, even as a goalie. As Walker Welch couldn't pick that one up. She's now fighting 1-on-3. As that ball gets whacked back to the Canadians, is trying to stop it there. Was Kenna. No, there is a fresh shot clock, so Kenna. For Wallace. Shanley Wallace. Passed. Just couldn't get away. Now the Americans 2-on-1 the other way. Hallreischuk. Off, shot, and a goal. That'd be Dempsey Arsenault with that one. 3-2. As now the Canadians will come the other way. Quickly up the field goes Jordan Dean. Dean passed across, and Erica Evans with number 2. And it's 4-2. Pass back to the top. It's Arsenault. Who hands it off to Bakes. Bakes can get that shot away, and it's picked up by Spence. That just skipped to her. Lauren Spence now take a little walk and pass it off there to Evans. Evans has got the most recent goal, waiting for some reinforcements, and hands it off to Morris. Morris to Kenna. Kenna. Off for Dean. Dean making her way around. Dean in. Dean and shot. And actually that was Skylar MacArthur. Skylar with her first action I've seen today. MacArthur back in play off of Obviously the American netminder for Wallace. Wallace. Kinna. Making her way around. Spinning. Kinna. Trying to pass it back for Morris. Couldn't get there. And now Moreno will come firing out for the ball. This game is already feeling a lot closer than yesterday between these two teams. And you'd expect that with the gold medal being on the line. That ball whacked away as both teams are fighting for it. Whistle's going to go, and they're going to call that against the Americans. So MacArthur now. And MacArthur trying to get away. MacArthur in, shot. That one saved just by Moreno. I think it went off her stick. As now Doby with possession behind the net. Fresh shot clock. Dana Doby looking for a pass. Finally found one she liked, and that one saved. And retrieved there by Gaspar. That's Juliana. Back for Doby behind the net. Doby spinning. Doby shooting, and Dana Doby makes it 5-2 with a spinning, diving shot for Canada. Mastroianni shot and matches it there for the U.S. Back down to a 2-goal lead for Canada. Walker Welch over for Kinna. Slipped it high and it's airmailed over Wallace. As it continues to sort of spit here in Oshawa. That pass in front just couldn't get the shot away. There was Halleryschuk, and Halleryschuk goes down. The Americans have two behind the Canadian net trying to retrieve that ball. Kinna fires it for Walker Welch, who just hasn't been able to retrieve that ball yet. A couple of passes have gone Walker Welch's way, who just has not been able to retrieve or receive. Passed back by the Americans. Another kind of failed reception. They do get possession back. Pass blocked somehow, but retrieved again by the Navy shirts. Pass down. That shot low, and it's wide. Spence thought it beat her, but it ended up not even going on target. And Spence will pass it, I expect, to Gaspar, and it is to Juliana. Juliana Gaspar with 2:15 left in this second quarter. What's is going to go, and I believe a timeout has been taken by the red shirts. So with 2:12, I would say, left, or they got the clock running, so 2:09 left in this second quarter. 5-3 in favor of Canada. On this rather cold Sunday, Thanksgiving weekend here in Canada. About 8 degrees Celsius, make that 4 degrees with the wind chill. So for you, those of you watching out over across the border down south, be about between, I'd say, 40 and 38 Fahrenheit. So not particularly warm. And the reason why I'm basing that off is I know the zero's 32, so I'm just trying to do a little bit of adding from there. And actually, they get the clock back up to 2:12, which makes me feel a little bit better about myself because I knew it was 2:12 when they took the timeout. The Canadians come out. Americans still haven't broke yet. To play a little bit of defense here. I think the referee gave him a little bit of a jolt. And now the Americans will come out. Canadians got out. Wallace, Doby, Evans, Welch, Walker Welch, I should say. Now Walker Welch has got it. And Evans, pardon me, for Kinna. Back up for Walker Welch. Walker Welch thought about giving it right back, but doesn't end up. Trying to get it right, Walker Welch. Still having some problems with that ball. Skips around. Walker Welch for Doby. Back up top. Evans couldn't shoot before the shot clock ends, and not a great sequence there for Canada after the timeout. But an infraction got called, I think, against the U.S., though. So it'll be a 5-on-4 in favor of Canada for the next 30 seconds. Doby. Evans. Doby. Wallace. Kinna for Morris. Couldn't pick it up. It's fished back out. to Evans. Morris, shot, caught. Moreno with the save. And here come the U.S. trying to chew the rest of that. Foul off. Mastroianni for Schwart. Back for Halreischuk. For Mastroianni, who went to shoot before she caught it. The ball skipped by her. That shot from a mile away. Deflected, I want to say, by Spence, but doesn't look like it. And Spence will give it off to Kinna. Megan Kinna. Up the field she comes. For Alex Matsuoka. Matsuoka spinning. Matsuoka got it whacked out of her stick before she could fire. But ball now still loose on the ground. Picked back up there by Evans. Erica Evans. Shot. That one saved by Moreno. Moreno will hand it off. And that's Mastroianni. Quickly up the field. For Arsenault. Arsenault shot. That one saved. And they're going to call it. I think a step in. And possession to the red shirts. That ball fired for Walker Welch, who caught that one. Walker Welch scores! Brooklyn Walker Welch makes it 6. And the Canadians are back up though with only 10 seconds left here in the second quarter. 6-3 Canada. Bjork is out, maybe one more chance. Mastroianni trying to find another shot. Mastroianni saved by Spence. And that will be the half, as after 2 quarters of play, it's 6-3 Canada. So we'll now take our 5-minute halftime in between the second and third quarter as we get ready for what will be a action-packed, fantastic end to the gold medal game here at Civic Field in Oshawa at the Women's World Lacrosse Super Sixes as you watch this on WSBN.
I really do believe that the lacrosse community has become stronger with trying to really chase that Olympic dream. You've seen so many different countries striving towards greatness. You're now seeing more and more players come from the collegiate level and the pro level and strive to play for their country. I think that's an incredible thing. And I think having the Olympics at stake really has made that come to life.
We started talking about Olympic inclusion. We all knew that we needed to get there. And, it's such a privilege for us to be playing the sport and to be involved in the sport right now at this stage where we are ready to be taking that next step.
I think the vision to return to the games has rebuilt community and a sense of pride and momentum, purpose that we haven't had in 20 plus years. To feel that fire and that possibility has been pretty cool. And it's why a lot of us have put so much time into doing our part and having a role in getting lacrosse back to the Olympics.
I think most people would agree that the Olympics are the pinnacle of sport. It is important for us to continue to grow, promote the sport, and actively pursue that.
Just to see where the sport is and see, wow, they're here from that country. I didn't even know they had a lacrosse program. It opens your eyes to such beautiful things that our game has done, and it just shows me that there's so much more we can do.
And I think people think we're just aiming for the Olympics, but we're not. Our main ambition, our main vision is actually to grow lacrosse around the world. And the Olympic vision helps that at every stage. It helps it with growth. It helps it with the publicity.
Both World Lacrosse and different associations, lacrosse associations, have been improving a lot, no matter if it got included or not. We're growing more members, more people know about lacrosse, more people picking up a stick and start playing, and people start to enjoy the sports a lot more as well.
It's brought us all together, no matter where you're from, no matter what team you play for, what country you represent. It brings us all together because we have that common goal of getting our game to that Olympic stage. And I think it's only been a positive. I think a lot of people, it's created positive change within, the youth landscape, into the college ranks, and professionally. It's just been a great transition and a lot of growth for our game.
You know it in your core. Introducing the Helios Core, a breakthrough in skating development. With smart technology and artificial intelligence, the Helios Core analyzes key aspects of your skating, then shares the data in a mobile app. So players and coaches can see a player's progress, what still needs work, and where they stand against other players their age. The Helios Core gives players the information they need to improve their skating faster than ever before.
Welcome back. Civic Field here in Oshawa. Second half about to get underway between USA and Canada. Gold medal game. Women's World Lacrosse Super Sixes. 6-3 is your scoreline in favor of the red shirts. I'm Spencer Byers, bringing you this broadcast here on World Sports Broadcasting Network. Alongside me, Cajun theorist Andy Castle, running the camera, doing all the work while I just talk about lacrosse, which I mighty appreciate. Face off won by the Americans, and away they go. As we try to stay warm here on this rather cool Sunday of Canadian Thanksgiving. Nice move, and Mastroianni just couldn't get that one through Lauren Spence, who has continued to be stellar. Kenna makes her way all the way around. Kenna for, I believe that is Wallace. Back to Kenna. Up for Erica Evans. Evans trying to take the bump for Mastroianni. Leaves it off for Hannah Morris. Morris takes the bump for Mastroianni. Got about 3 to work here in the shot clock, and they give it away. And Mastroianni trying to give it up to Donovan, and she does. Margaret Donovan will wait up for some reinforcements, and now she'll go off. Mastroianni. Hallereichuk. That shot from a mile away goes right over Spence, who thought again about waving at it and let it go. That's now Megan Kenna. Makes her way up the field again. Over for Jordan Dean. Dean. Trying to get through, gets whacked down, and just puts it on target right at Moreno. Hallereichuk passes it right as Gaspar met her, and the ball gets knocked loose. As now Dean will make her way down, but gets it knocked out of her stick. Ball now loose on the ground. Trying to pick it up there is Matsuoka. Ball still kind of loose there in the air. Neither team can really pick it up. Now the Americans got it. Hallereichuk. Hallereichuk passes it. Ball gets bounced away. Can Walker Welch pick it up? No, she cannot. And the Americans get it back again. Bakes. Off for Hallereichuk. Ball gets skipped up in the air. Neither team can get away. Bakes going to have to shoot. About 5 on the shot clock. Bakes shot. That one caught by Spence. And Spence off for Jean-Lee Wallace. Wallace's brother sang both the American and Canadian national anthems today. Wallace gets it knocked out of her stick. Ball skipped up in the air. She tried to re-pick it back up, but And now she does. Wallace, again, really still couldn't get a real handle on it. Moreno says thank you very much and picks up the garbage. The Americans now coming the other way. Forced well wide there was Levy. Levy trying to fight through, and they're going to call it against the Americans. And she'll have to give it up to her counterpart in Kenna in the interaction. Kenna makes her way forward, off for Erica Evans. Evans, that way, shot. Doesn't get through, rebound. That one just bounced over Moreno. As here come the U.S. Spinning there was Mastroianni, just gets it away. It is passed out, still passed around, wide open, and the Americans get themselves back on the board. Hannah Dorney gets the goal, and it's back within 2. Doby. Passed off and around. Wallace, all the way around. Wallace shot, that one bounced and caught by Taylor Moreno. Pass there for Colson. Elizabeth Colson, nice move. Colson in and scores, and it's now within 1. Canada has not been able to score yet in this third quarter, so we're a little over halfway through it. The Americans making it mighty close now, which is exactly what they needed to do in this third quarter. This could not have gotten better, you would think, for the Americans. As that shot low, saved again by Moreno. That one was Evans. Ball bounced up in the air. Evans almost had it. Look at the litany of bodies going after that ball. Looks like a little league softball game. That ball still bounced around. Canada might be able to pick it up. It's Evans. Evans shot. That one bounced off the post. And Donovan will retrieve for the Americans. I'm not even sure who's got it. It is Donovan. Donovan fires it forward. The Americans again. American shot. That one will go wide of Spence, who thought about going to get it, and Walker Welch said, no, I'll go get the loose ball. And it'll be now back in for Brooklyn Walker Welch. Passed forward there to Megan Kinna, as she'll make her way up the field. Kinna really couldn't get away, so Kinna picked up her loose ball for Wallace. Wallace mishandles it right in front of Margaret Donovan. Ball still loose. I think Doby's there to pick it up. Doby trying to get away with that big frame. Off for Hannah Morris. Morris got 7 seconds to work. Make it 5. Off for Kinna. Kinna bounced and saved by Moreno. But 2.5 minutes left in this third quarter. The Americans still looking for a tie, as this third quarter has been all Navy in this gold medal game at the Women's World Lacrosse Super Sixes. Now, that's going to be a whistle against the Americans, as Canada got bulldozed through the pick, as now away goes Alex Matsuoka. Matsuoka shot again, saved by Moreno, which he picked up her own rebound. Fresh shot clock for the Canadians. Evans offered MacArthur. MacArthur just couldn't get that one, and I do have to mention, I said how much Spence has looked good this tournament. Taylor Moreno's looked great in this third quarter. Moreno has done everything she's needed to do to keep her team in this game. As whistle going to go, and I think it's timeout by the Americans. And it is timeout by the Americans with 1.5 minutes left. So with 1:30 left in this third quarter, 2 goals only in this quarter, both for the Navy shirts, as the U.S. are, after this timeout, got 22 seconds on the shot clock to try to find themselves a tie, as I think that would be the perfect end of this quarter if you're cheering for the team from down south. Well, if you're cheering for the Northerners, you definitely hope that this timeout comes to pass. The Canadians come out of the timeout. Isabella Gaspar, Jordan Dean, Skylar MacArthur, Megan Kinna, and Brooklyn Walker-Welch come out for him, while the Americans send out Emily Hallerstruck. I think Allison Mastroianni's out there. Yeah, she's going to get the ball. Also looks like Dempsey Arsenault's got her goals back in. So it goes to Arsenault. Back for Mastroianni. Mastroianni back for Arsenault. Arsenault loses it, and Dean trying to pick it up. Dean will go away. Jordan Dean now loses it from behind, but does get it back as Evans might get forced back to the line. Evans couldn't get away. Ball still loose, and now set back to the Americans. Back in it goes. Emily Hallerstruck making her way down the field. Hallerstruck shot and ties it. 6-6 with a minute left in this one. Timeout, I think, taken by the Canadians. Or might be a substitution made by the Canadians. Oh, it's actually a infraction. Possession back to the Americans. 6-6. Americans could get their first lead of the game. Mastroianni behind the net for Hallerstruck, who got the most recent goal. Hallerstruck shot and scores, and it's 7-6. The Americans have scored 4 goals in the third quarter, not only tie it, but take the lead. Second half, all Navy, as now the timeout is taken by Canada as Evans breaks it back in. Or probably that was actually Megan Kinna. This quarter has been mighty blue for the team in red. So with 20 seconds left here in this third quarter, the Canadians will have what could be the last possession of the game, as there's 25 seconds left on the shot clock. As coming out for the Canadians on this offensive possession, Doby, Evans, Walker-Welch, Wallace, and I want to say that's Kinna. And it is Kinna. While the Americans throw out Mastroianni, Arsenault, Donovan, Johansson, passed over for the Canadians. That's Kinna. Kinna trying to make a run by Donovan. Does. Kinna couldn't shoot it. And it's taken by the Americans. As diving went Doby. And that will do it for the third quarter. As 4 goals in that third quarter get the Americans up by 1 going into the fourth and potentially final quarter. The Canadians now have not scored in over 8 minutes of play. As we'll take our 2-minute break in between the third and fourth quarters to get us ready for what is going to be a rather interesting end you'd expect to this one between the USA and Canada, with the USA up 7-6 going into the fourth. As you watch this from Civic Field in Oshawa, the Women's World Lacrosse Super Sixes on WSBN. Welcome back to Civic Field. They're going to send both teams back, I think, to their benches as we still got 30 seconds left here in the halftime. Oh, actually, no, one of the shot clocks went out. So I forgot to take an extra little bit here to get everything sorted out at Civic Field here in Oshawa on this rather cool day. It's kind of sad. We went from Friday where it was here, we were here at 7:30, and it was like 22 to 18 degrees here Celsius. Yesterday was about 12 degrees Celsius, so getting colder, 15 degrees Celsius with the sun staring at us. And then today it's now 8 degrees Celsius, 4 degrees if you include the wind chill. As they're still trying to fix that shot clock far from us. If they can't get it working, they're going to have to move the other one and put it at center field. Oh, they got her on, it looks like. So we'll see if it stays for what could be the final quarter of the game. They have the extra shot clocks just in case we have some more malfunctions. As now here come the Americans and the Canadians. USA in navy, Canada in red. USA up by 1, scoring 4 goals in the third quarter. Canada over 8 minutes without a goal. Face off between Dean and Halverichuk. Ball skipped up, or pardon me, that was Mastroianni with the face-off for the Americans. Ball received. Mastroianni now with a chance, and just wide of Spence. That's lucky break for Canada. Lucky break for the Red Shirts. As Spence for Evans. Kenna for Shanley Wallace. Wallace. Doby. Trying to give it back to Morris. Morris bobbling it. Morris retrieves it. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Morris going to lose it. But Canadians re-trick it back up. And it's forced out. So American ball. Courtney Taylor. Back to her netminder in Moreno. That's actually Taylor Moreno. Quickly now up are the Americans. Around the net it goes. For Mastroianni. Arsenault trying to get away for Mastroianni. I think back for Arsenault. Arsenault back for Mastroianni. Shoots it off the bar. It's going to skip out of play and go back to the Americans. Started by Courtney Taylor. Taylor. Off for Dorney. Dorney gives it off there to Halverichuk. Halverichuk shot. That one saved by Spence. Spence now gives it off to Kenna. It's now been over 10 minutes since the Canadians have scored a goal. That one passed by the net to Doby. Dana Doby. Got about 8 seconds now to work on the shot clock. Doby looking for an angle. Passed in front. That shot scores! Hannah Morris ties it at 7. Now this is the lowest Canada's been capped as. Ooh, collision there, and they're going to call it. As you can hear beside me, crowd not too happy with that one. As Dean will be getting that foul. American with a chance to play this one around. That ball slipped through by the Americans. That shot goes wide, and that's going to be the yellow card. As now it'll be a chance here for the U.S. to take advantage with the extra player on the field. As it looks like Emily Halverichuk will start with it. Mastroianni to her right. And she'll give it off to Mastroianni. Mastroianni passed all the way around. Mastroianni, I believe that's Bakes. Now that shot saved. Ball still loose. Fighting for it now. Ball on the floor, and it's going to be picked up there by the netminder Lauren Spence. Spence thinking about firing it. We'll just kind of walk it out, give it off to Isabella Gaspar. Gaspar Just going to run it by Mastroianni, at least try to choose some clock here to get that extra player back on the field. That pass blocked, intended for Doby. It's blocked by Mastroianni. Mastroianni quickly up the field. Mastroianni all the way around. Pass back, trying to shoot. She does. Saved, though, by Spence. That one by Coulson. And now here come Canada again. It's Kinna. Going to have to, again, wait. The Canadians only have 4 players left in the field. Make it 5 now. Freshly back onto the 5th player. Walker Welch. Evans. Or pardon me, that was Morris. Back to Kinna. Or actually, that was back to Evans. Walker Welch. Walker Welch is going to have to fire here with only a couple seconds left on the shot clock. Morris trying to make her way in. Morris loses it. Got Wallace trying to shoot, and it's going to be, I think, shot clock. But actually, whistle goes, and it's going to be a foul against, I'm trying to figure out who. It looks like against the Americans. So it is. So the Canadians will have a chance. And I believe yellow cards are major, so it's going to be a minute with the Canadians having the extra player. So Evans, Doby, Wallace, all the way around there for Kinna. Wallace, Doby, down for Morris. Kinna, Doby, shoots. That one got deflected as she went to shoot. The stick got in the way as now Moreno will pick it up. Tied now. The Canadians have scored the only goal in this half, or in this quarter, pardon me. As Matsuoka tried to take that pass away as Moreno passed it forward. Bakes. Put it down near the net. Back for Bakes. Aaron Bakes. Looking for a pass. She'll give it off. The Americans make a run towards the net. That fought low, and they score! Back up by one of the U.S. That one by Arsenault. The Canadians will still up a player. It's still 5-on-4 in favor of Canada. Not for much longer. Passed in front. John, it skipped through MacArthur. And we're back to 5-on-5. Canada's got 3 minutes to tie it. So the Americans got 3 minutes to win the gold medal and upset the Canadians who they lost to yesterday. Hallereichuk around. Hallereichuk shot. That one saved by Spence. Spence thought about firing. Doesn't. Giving off now. Gaspar. Juliana runs it up the field. Gaspar. Looking for an angle. Doesn't find one. Passes it back. Evans. Erica Evans around. Erica Evans. Shot. That one also airmailed over. And possession back to the U.S. Arsenault. Into the middle. Mastroianni loses it and stopped in the restricted area by the netminder Spence. For Jordan Dean. 2 minutes now left in the fourth quarter. 8-7 USA. Dean. For Evans. Evans. For Kinna. Kinna spinning. Kinna couldn't shoot it. Kinna still trying to shoot. And that one spun well wide. Clock is really against the Canadians now. Rolled. Ball bounces. Taken up by Megan Kinna. Kinna trying to spin and find an angle. Back now for Sean Lee Wallace. Wallace running, and they're going to call a timeout by Canada. I'm not sure about that timeout call there by the red shirts, but regardless, with 1:30 left here in the fourth quarter, they really need to go off this timeout. I think this possession may be the most important we may get. Obviously, another possession for Canada after this one will be even more important because the time will be a little less. But off a timeout with 27 seconds left in the shot clock, Canada has to get something. If not a goal, a real chance at the net, or even maybe a shot they get the rebound of, because I'm not sure they will want to handle a 30-second last possession, because you got to expect the Americans are going to use all of the shot clock unless they get a great chance. Because right now, again, the clock, the hourglass, is against the Canadians. And it's almost out of sand with 1.5 minutes left in this one. Implying we don't end tied, which if we do, we'll have a 4-minute stop time overtime. So returning back the Canadians and the Americans. Canadians got Matsuoka, Kinna, Evans, Doby, Walker Welch. Haven't seen a whole lot of offense from Matsuoka. Walker Welch now starts with it. Brooklyn makes a good run. In for Matsuoka, ball gets blocked. She goes down, and possession will go to the Americans, you'd expect. No, it doesn't. It's picked up by Evans. Evans, fresh shot clock. Evans trying to make it around Donovan. Evans spinning. Evans shooting. Caught by Moreno. Minute left now in this game. Ball blocked, though, by Kinna. Is it kept in? It is not. So possession back to the Americans. That ball again whacked. Ball still stuck. Ball still loose. And possession to Canada with 51 seconds left. Great pressure by the red shirts. And wait. Referees making sure they're set. As it started back up, Kinna for Evans. 45 seconds left. Evans trying to find an angle. Evans fakes. Evans shots. Saved by Moreno. Rebound. Shot saved by Moreno. Taylor Moreno's looked great in the second half. And this might be the last chance for Canada to get this possession back, or this game could be over. Yeah. Trying to get away there. Ball still loose. Walker Welch. Ball still loose. Walker Welch trying to get away. What's this going to go? And who's getting a foul here? I think they're going to call a penalty against the Canadians, and I think that's just about going to do it. I think MacArthur's going to sit, and that might be the game here at 21 seconds left. The Americans might have just upset the Canadians here in their gold medal game. 1 goal in the second half for Canada. But this is probably going to be the game as the Americans run up behind the net. Sven's got to come way farther out because you got to be the 5th player on the field. 10 seconds left. Played around. Mastroianni gets away behind the net for Halreischuk. And that's going to be the game as the Americans have won the gold medal here at the World Lacrosse Women's Super Sixes. As Canada will come away with the silver medal. I don't necessarily think Canada's going to be upset with the silver medal, but I think the way they got the silver medal is going to be a little bit of a bitter taste for Canada, as they only scored 1 goal in the second half, 1 goal in 16 minutes, as the Navy shirts will get the gold medal here in Oshawa. When the medal presentation is started for Canada and the USA, I'll send it up to Mark, our PA announcer here in Oshawa. Unlucky there for the Canadians to not come away with a gold medal. It is their first loss of the weekend. Definitely a different type of game than the game yesterday against the Americans, where they got 14 goals and a 14-10 win. But you can't take anything away from the USA. They had a great second half. Taylor Moreno, their netminder, was amazing. Fantastic, stupendous. Not enough words in the dictionary to describe how good she was in the second half. Again, only 1 goal conceded for Moreno. And we're now going to get ready for the medal presentation for silver and gold. Silver going to Canada, and the gold in the upset for the Navy-shirted Americans. Here we go to the medal presentation as both teams will line up. And I believe I'll say the 50-yard lines.
Thank you all very much for joining us this weekend.
How are you doing?
The 2023 Women's Super Sixes event here in Oshawa. Thank you for braving the elements. A big thanks goes to the organizers, the numerous volunteers, the officials, the teams, and all of you for joining us.
You know what I think it was? It was the Caesars we put on ice.
Exactly.
How do you put it properly?
I know. Hey, is that on my own?
Now for your silver medal presentation this morning. Team Canada number 4, Hannah Morris. For 7, Brooklyn Walker-Well. For 11, Erica Evans. For 12, Megan McKenna. For 18, Skylar MacArthur. For 19, Jordan Dean. Number 22, Shawnee Wallace. Number 27, Dana Dobie. Number 37, Lauren Spence. Number 77, Alex Matsuoka. Number 97, Bella Gaspar. And number 98, Gigi Gaspar. Team Canada silver medalists at the Women's Super Sixes event. And now your Team USA gold medal winners. Number 37, Courtney Taylor. Number 39, Samantha Swart. Number 40, Erin Bates. Number 42, number 42, Nicole Levy. Number 43, Taylor Moreno. Number 44, Allison Matriani. Number 45, Hannah Dorney. Number 46, Nancy Arsenault. Number 47, Amanda Johansson. Number 48, Elizabeth Polson. 49, Emily Hauerschuk. And number 50, Margaret Donovan. The gold medal winners, Team USA.
And after that, again, Canada, silver medal. USA, gold medal. 8-7 win for USA. Upset the Canadians. Get revenge for yesterday's loss. And that'll be it here for us from Civic Field in Oshawa for the weekend. So long. Women's World Lacrosse Super Sixes tournament is now come to a close. So thank you so much for tuning in. Spencer Byers, thank you. Cajun Theory with Danny Castle, I'm running the camera. Always a pleasure. And we'll see you for whatever's next here on the World Sports Broadcasting Network.
You know it in your core. Introducing the Helios Core, a breakthrough in skating development. With smart technology and artificial intelligence, the Helios Core analyzes key aspects of your skating, then shares the data in a mobile app. So players and coaches can see a player's progress, what still needs work, and where they stand against other players their age. The Helios Core gives players the information they need to improve their skating faster than ever before.
I really do believe that the lacrosse community has become stronger with trying to really chase that Olympic dream. You've seen so many different countries striving towards greatness. You're now seeing more and more players come from the collegiate level and the pro level and strive to play for their country. I think that's an incredible thing. And I think having the Olympics at stake really has made that come to life.
We started talking about Olympic inclusion. We all knew that we needed to get there. And, it's such a privilege for us to be playing the sport and to be involved in the sport right now at this stage where we are ready to be taking that next step.
I think the vision to return to the games has rebuilt community and a sense of pride and momentum, purpose that we haven't had in 20 plus years. So feel that fire and that possibility has been pretty cool. And it's why a lot of us have put so much time into doing our part and having a role in getting lacrosse back to the Olympics.
I think most people would agree that the Olympics are the pinnacle of sport. It is important for us to continue to grow, promote the sport, and actively pursue that.
Just to see where the sport is and see, wow, they're here from that country. I didn't even know they had a lacrosse program. It opens your eyes to such beautiful things that our game has done, and it just shows me that there's so much more we can do.
And I think people think we're just aiming for the Olympics, but we're not. Our main ambition, our main vision is actually to grow lacrosse around the world. And the Olympic vision helps that at every stage. It helps it with growth. It helps it with the publicity.
Both World Lacrosse and different lacrosse associations have been improving a lot, no matter if it got included or not. We're growing more members, more people know about lacrosse, more people picking up a stick and start playing, and people start to enjoy the sports a lot more as well.
It's brought us all together, no matter where you're from, no matter what team you play for, what country you represent. It brings us all together because we have that common goal of getting our game to that Olympic stage. And I think it's only been a positive. I think a lot of people, it's created positive change within the youth landscape, into the college ranks, and professionally. Just been a great transition and a lot of growth for our game.